go. Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Hacktoberfest stream. If you remember what happened previously, we started working on a React Native plugin for Full Story. And I got stuck, and because I'm clever, I brought a colleague with me today to help me out. Christoph, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hello everybody, I'm Christoph. I work on the React Native SDK at Sentry in the mobile team, and yeah, I hope we'll manage to make it work with React Native and browser, hopefully.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. So the idea is that there is a Full Story plugin available for Sentry and Full Story, but that is the web plugin, right? So it uses the Full Story web and React Native and Sentry web browser dependencies. So we can't really package that and ship it to React Native because React Native does not have the web browser capabilities, right? So the idea, like Christoph and I spoke about potential solutions, and we landed on something that could totally work. But there's a catch. There is a catch.
There's always catch.
Yeah, and we thought to refactor the existing Sentry Full Story plugin, strip the browser dependencies out of it, and basically make it platform agnostic. It is a breaking change, so that means we need to publish a major version, also publish migration docs. But yeah, those are small details compared to what we can achieve if we make this, and if this works, it's going to be super cool. All right, so
yeah,
are we ready to dive in?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, here we go. For the viewers that are watching us, if the music is too loud, let me know. If there's something wrong with any audio or video, let me know. I'm reading the comments. All right, so what I have here is the Sentry Full Story repo cloned, yarned, and we're currently on master, right? So
yes, yep.
Let's first create a branch. How should we call this? Refactor platform
agnostic, something like that.
Implementation. Yeah, platform agnostic implementation.
Yeah,
sweet.
Sounds good.
All right, so if we go to the package.json, scroll down, we can see we got the Sentry browser and the Full Story browser into the peer dependencies and also into the dev dependencies. So we need to get rid of these, but we still need something from Sentry, right? And that would be the hub was deprecated.
The hub was
so
recently deprecated. Yes, exactly.
Why did that happen? Like, do you know why that happened? Why did we deprecate the hub package?
I don't know exactly, but I think it's mainly because of the name and how it makes sense to customers.
Yeah.
Just the core is, I think, much simpler to understand. Okay, this is just the core functionality, but the hub, people need to read about what does it do.
All right. Cool. So now we need to remove this and just basically replace the Sentry browser with the Sentry core, right?
Yes.
Let's do that. I'm gonna run yarn remove Full Story / browser and Sentry / browser. There we go. And now we need to do yarn add Sentry / core. So the core package does not use any platform specific Sentry core. Okay, we're gonna put this into the dev dependencies probably.
Yep.
Used to be there, and also in
actually I'm thinking
add it in the peer.
No, I think the peers can end up empty. We'll see. But I was thinking maybe the Sentry core will actually go into dependencies. Depends on how we'll do it. Yeah, if we build the integration or plugin, I don't know what's the better name for it. Um, I think the Sentry core could be the only dependency, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's try that.
because
And we'll
we'll
keep
be
it
using
here.
it, and I think we need it for it to run in production.
Right, yeah, yeah. We are going to be using this package in a different project with other dependencies, but
Yeah,
probably it's better if we like, ship everything that we need from this package, so the users don't need to install this package and then Sentry,
yeah, yeah,
along the way.
exactly.
So just like
Like,
one package.
yeah,
Yeah. Awesome.
exactly.
Yeah, that
Most
makes sense.
likely, people will have already the Sentry core if they will be using it in JavaScript projects or React Native, because they both have dependencies on it.
Mm-hmm.
But just to make it correct, I think it should be here as well as the dependency. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So let's just do yarn just in case. There we go. Now we're fresh. And we need to do some, as you can see, we need to do some refactoring right now. So if we click on the Sentry, we will see that we only use the global event processor and the current hub from the Sentry, right? And we don't need to pull from the browser in order to obtain those. So let's actually get only those two, add global event processor and get current hub. Scroll down and get these here immediately. Now we probably have a type mismatch. There's argument of type event is not assignable to parameter of type event processor. That means we could do this basically.
Yeah, I wonder why. Is there event defined? Oh, okay, I see. Because we removed the Sentry browser, so we also by that removed Sentry types.
Yeah.
And therefore the type wasn't there, and it was mismatch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this way, we have the type straight from the method itself, so we don't need the types in this case. Sweet. Okay. So moving on. The only error that we have is the full story, and that is being used as a fallback in case the developers don't provide the full story client from, like, as an argument or like within the options. We're using the full story. Yeah, we're using the default full story from the browser itself. So this is the catch, right?
Yep. That's the tricky part.
Yeah, in order to remove any traces of browser dependencies, we do need to get rid of the full story browser here. I don't think there's a full story core or like a platform agnostic client. I don't know.
I don't know either. I haven't seen it, but I've seen React Native one, and that's the one I would like it to work with.
Definitely, yeah. But we cannot put the dependency of React Native here because it'll be all mashed up. So one way to resolve this is to remove the import at the top and just make the actual client. Now let's go to the option. Yeah, the client should actually be the full story client, right? Should actually be fed from the outside, right? From the project that's going to be using this. We actually want. Do we want to?
I think now the default empty object doesn't make sense
because we have a we have a required parameter here. But you know what? We'll just like keep it here. It's always, they're always going to be an options because we're forcing the developers to provide their own clients right now, right? And that is the platform agnostic way. You wanna use full story in the browser. You can pick, you can install full story browser in your project and feed the clients. Or if you want to use the React Native one, do the same, but not here, right? We are removing any traces of full story from this package just so it can become platform agnostic. But we do have one interface here that is the full story client, and the client should only implement these two methods. But I'm curious, maybe we'll find some package from full story that will like give us the
type of the client.
Yeah, the types or anything.
Yeah,
like that. Let's do
could
some
be.
research. Let's go npm.js package full story / let's go to browser so we can see the browser one. We'll open their GitHub and see what the browser depends on. I don't see any full story stuff in here, so there probably isn't.
Yeah, looks like they will have the types in the project itself.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the code, but
index.js, guards. Oh, it's a JS.
it's only, it looks, I think they have the types declaration in a separate file.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
These are
yeah,
the types,
that looks
yeah.
good.
But we cannot really get this into our project. Let's see.
Yeah, I think the interface is actually this whole file because we were importing the client as like everything from full story, right?
Full story, yeah. So let's see. We got the event here, which is this. So let's just like try to just make sure
that we are having it typed the same. Yeah.
The event is clear, and now let's see the get current session URL. There we go. No changes. That means the event is now. This is, we gotta manually maintain this, right? The moment that they change their types, we need to reflect on it. We need to be swift about it. Okay. It is something to consider.
Yeah, that's a bit of trade-off for having it platform agnostic.
Yeah. Well, if that's because they don't have the like the types package. We could have used that if it existed. Then we would have been in the clear. Let's see the React Native one. Maybe we'll see something here. Okay, there's a bubble plugin, but probably config for expo, all these things, source, typings as well. Here's the get current session URL. And now check this out. There are some differences, right? So the get current session URL actually optionally includes a now argument, but that argument is always set to true in this case. And
might not be as easy.
Yeah, because but we're not sure what that boolean is. It's always set to true, right? What about the event? Let's like check the event and see. We have the event name as a string. we have the event
Event
properties as
properties.
just an object, right? So that
Okay,
pretty much
that's
sums it up.
more or less the same.
Yeah, it's going to match, and it's a void function. Okay, we got the event done, but the get current session URL now, that is something to consider. Plus,
Yeah,
it
like
is it's a promise of string, as you can see.
so if it's possible, I think we should try in our typings to make some sort of merge that will fit both. So we can handle all the use cases in our plugin, and hopefully that will do it.
Yeah. Yeah, there are differences. See, we got the get current session URL there's the now, but it's just a string. It's not a right. It is not a promise.
Promise, yeah.
So API functions that are available after /rec/page returns full story bootstrapping details, and they left us a link. So let's follow that. How does full story capture data to recreate my user's experience? First, execute the snippet in the browser, load the data capture, check org settings, and this is the /rec/page.
Yeah.
And then we
After
have the attach event listeners and begin data capture. So that's when we actually attach the event listeners. And as we can see from our code, we do attach the event listeners, and then we're trying to get the current session URL, right? And the true means now. The true means now. What if it's a what if we defaulted to like a promise of string? No.
What I'm thinking is, since it's both implemented in JavaScript, very likely if we just put there the true for browser, it will be as it is, and for React Native, it will just not be used. Yeah.
But what about the return value? It's always a string, but in React Native version, it's a promise of string.
Yeah. I think we could expand our interface. We could add their union with promise string. And then we'll have to add a bit of logic to our plugin to handle the the promise variant. And yeah, I think that could still work. I have high hopes.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's check it out. How do we do that? First, should we convert the interface to a type?
I think it's a matter of preference. I think we can keep it interface. Should be still good.
But I was thinking about creating a discriminated union that takes that takes these two basically. So this is the, for example, let's see, web arguments.
Oh, like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch for a moment, see where you're going.
Okay, these are the web arguments, and these are the React Native arguments. So promise of string, right? So the get current session URL type is going to be either the web args or the React Native arguments. Web. So now this is going to have that type.
Yeah, that actually looks very, very nice. First thing I had in my head was a bit dirtier solution, just union the return type. But I like this much more. This is nice because it clearly shows how it's typed in React Native, how it's typed in web.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if we try to provide a boolean, because I think it's we don't use the boolean, right? We can just like remove it, but it's good to have the boolean here, because when implementing the full story integration, developers are going to read from the doc site, from full story's doc site, and if they have the now argument here for the web, for the browser, they'll probably have it on the doc side as well, right? So we're trying to match that experience, plus it will allow us to actually, you know, do the discriminated union based on the argument, right? We have an argument here, we don't have it here, even though it's not being used. We can even like do true instead of a boolean, because it can never be false, right?
Yeah. It would work for the current implementation, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so we are basically covering the ground for both React Native and the web arguments. We can like, should we not? I don't know how this is going to,
I don't know, it's mainly going to affect only our implementation. We'll see when we actually try to plug it into an app, or actually you can just play with it. It's that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, so it's not assignable to web arguments. The void is not assignable to strings. So if I return something,
yeah,
this is the React Native. No,
I think
it's
so.
It's actually the web.
Or oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. And I think if you make it,
if we do true now, oh sorry, true. Now, if we say now,
yeah,
right? What if I return? What if we did async here?
Yeah, that's now I would expect it to be the type of the React Native args.
Yeah, so if we did, now it's a promise of string, but if we said true,
yeah,
oh it's just like now, even though we're not using it. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, X is going to be a promise of string. If I remove this, what is the type of X? A string or null? Yeah, so it all depends on the on the implementation, and the right hand side is basically the implementation that comes from the full story client, right? So we are returning, if for example the client's get current session URL does not implement an asynchronous, like a promise function, then it's definitely going to return the web arguments. If this was and like, check this out, X is now a string or null, right? Even though we're like immediately returning a string, it could be null, because that's how it is in the doc side. If the client that we're passing implements an asynchronous function, X is going to be a promise of string, not a promise of string or null, just a promise of string. So yeah, we kind of have this done. Awesome. Moving on.
Looks good.
Yeah, we're going to like fly through this. We're going to fly through this. Maybe we need to do some stuff here, right? So we have the get current session URL. If it's a, yeah, if it's a promise, we can check the type. Maybe we should like wait for it.
What if you hover above the function? Does it show the typing?
Yeah, it's either an ordinary function that returns a string or null, or a promise of string.
Yeah, it actually shows nicely how it combines the two types, how they union into
all the three types are like smashed together. But we are immediately returning this. Maybe we can like expand on this and try to try to wait for it, because it's if the client.getCurrentSession URL returns a promise, we don't want to return the promise, right? We want to wait for it and then return the results.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking see. Oh yeah, okay, current session URL. Is the result actually used later? Oh yeah, of course, no. It's the return value here.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the result. Now we want to see if the type of the result is a promise of string. Then we want to wait for it and and then return the result. If it's a string, then we want to return the res. If it's null, then we want to return this. So that's that's what we need to do right here, I guess. So if the type of res is how do you check the type if it's like if it's a promise? How do we check for promise? Promise dot.
We could, depends of course on the implementation of the promise. We could check if there exists the then function on it.
Okay, like if.
But I was actually thinking we can do it.
This, right? No.
I was like, my first intuition was first check if it's, let's say null, second if it's string, and then TypeScript will automatically figure that the last option is the promise.
Probably, yeah, it's the promise. Yeah, good idea. It's so like, we got the res here.
Hecky.
If the type of res is now a string, then we want to return the result itself. But here we know that it's a promise. So now we need to handle the promise. Awesome. Okay, we're not in a asynchronous function. And this is the callback, right? So we get the get full story URL, which is being used here to pass on the events, right? When we catch an event inside of the global event processor, we try to get the full story URL. We modify the event context, and we add the additional full story object here that links to the URL. And then we actually go and send the event and because this .client is full story, right? It's not Sentry. This .client is full story. So we're gonna call the event, which I presume is just sending the event to full story. Sentry error, and then we pass this as the data, I guess. String and event properties, yeah. There we go. So that's the idea behind this. But since this can be an asynchronous function, and all we actually need to do is return the current session URL, maybe we should do something outside. Now, like this is called setup once.
You know what I'm thinking about? We'll probably have to make somewhere an asynchronous function to handle the React Native case. But what I'm not sure if the add global event processor, if it handles or how it handles asynchronous functions.
Yeah.
Okay, it can be promise.
It can be promised.
Good.
There's a promise like returns an event. All right, cool. That's actually
Okay, that's good. That was
Yeah,
a bit what was worrying me.
exactly. All right, so we can make this async. We can also make this async, and handle the promise means return await res, right?
Yeah.
It's promise of string, so we can just await that promise. It will turn into a string. We can return it here. This one is an asynchronous function. We can like get it out, so we can say full story. Yeah, there we go. Full story URL is await get full story URL, and then just do this basically, right?
Yeah, looks
We
nice.
should be in the clear. Yeah, it's good that we have the callback, the promise like. Awesome. That saved us.
Yeah.
And then we try. Send the event. We got the URL. We got everything, and then we return the event. Sweet. That's on paper. Everything should work, right?
Theoretically, yes.
Theoretically, yeah. But how do we test this now? How do we test this? Let's try to build it.
Yeah, that's a good first. Oh.
Let's see what's up here. Current hub. Okay. No worries. We already have a solution for that. Get current hub. Clear. Okay. Yeah. Could put a link to a help here. Nice. But we'll check that out later. All right, let's try to build this and see what's up. Builds. We can do yarn build. Let me just clear the buffer. Nice. Okay, we have a dist folder that contains our plugin, and it's about 190 lines of code. It's not minified. Okay, now we have this. This is it. We need to test this out now. How do we do that? Should we like create a React Native app and try to build everything out?
I would create a empty React Native app. We can add Sentry. I mean, we should. And okay, I would. It's using npx React Native, and then I think it's init, and that should be it for JavaScript. If we want to use TypeScript, we need to specify a template.
But wait, is init gonna put all the files where we are right now? So I need to create a folder, or is it going to put them in?
I'm not sure if it asks for a name, but it definitely has an attribute for a name.
Yeah, initialize new React Native project name, it does, yeah, in a directory of the same name. Sweet. So we can do that. Yeah, init. What should we do? Full story, Sentry,
I was thinking
React Native tests.
Since we were playing with the types, let's make use of the TypeScript template.
Yeah.
Just so we can see how the types will work out.
Yeah. How do we specify that? It has to be like a flags, like -- type or template, something like that.
Yeah, it's a -- template. And then the template is called React-native template -TypeScript. A bit mouthful name, but that should do it.
It's with a space, not with a equals, right? It's not a key value.
Yes, it's with a space. Yes.
Space. Awesome. All right. Unknown command. Sweet. I probably need to. Oh, I'm missing the init.
Yes.
So is going to be crazy. fs-s-r-rn-tests. So this is full story Sentry React Native tests. Very professional. Okay.
Okay.
It's not a valid name for a project. Please use a valid alphanumeric. Yeah. It doesn't.
Oh, I think
want
the dashes are not
dashes,
allowed.
yeah.
So if we'll do camel
So
case or something, or underscores could do.
Hey.
Good.
Awesome. Dashes. I always use dashes. Like I never use underscores in my file names.
I also prefer the dashes, but
yeah, you could.
What we have to do now.
You could jump through dashes, but you can't jump. You could jump through underscores, but not dashes, right? Jump dash.
You mean like when you're jumping across the words?
Words, yeah. Jump dash, not jump underscore. So if I do jump word, we jump on the dash. But if I jump on a word with an underscore, I think we'll land over here. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why I don't like underscores. If I need to rename
makes
it,
sense.
like part of it quickly, I need to use just the arrows. I can't jump to where the underscore is. But that is the smallest use case anyone can think of.
Also a great opportunity for VS Code plugin that will enable you to jump over even the underscore.
Yeah, to jump to the actual underscore. Yeah. Yeah, if anyone knows how to make that Visual Studio Code extension, make it and send it to me. I'm gonna use it.
Yep. Opportunity for a cool open source project.
Yeah.
Maybe there even exists one, like there's so many of them, so
yeah,
who knows?
Jump to underscore, something like that.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is taking a lot of time, installing CocoaPod's dependency. Maybe we should have done this before we actually streamed, but hey, we're here now.
Could we?
So what's up, like, how does your... While we are actually waiting for this, let's like just talk a little bit. What does your day at Sentry look like?
Well, I'm definitely not a morning person, so usually most of the people are already in the office when I'm coming in there, and yeah, usually go the round in the morning, say greetings and hi's to all my colleagues. I like to grab. Lately, I do a tea, but also, well, I'm a kind of coffee person, so every morning starts with a cup of coffee, and yeah, after greeting colleagues, cup of coffee, sit down behind my screens, and usually the first thing I do is open the issues on the React Native project. Just want to check in, like what happened, if any of our customers or people using it have any trouble, like how can I help them? Try to answer that, check in on things that already happened. And usually after that, that can take just a few minutes, depends on how busy it is that day. And then I'll grab the task I'm working on and deep dive into it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good schedule, honestly. Because you're like easing your way into your work by looking at the issues first and not like diving straight into code and then checking the issues at the end.
Yeah, I mean, depends on the day, but most of the times it's like this, and I think it works for me well, just to go through the things that happened over the night, since people across the globe are using Sentry. So things are popping out even in different time zones than in our European one.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Now we are properly testing your internet connection, streaming, installing, downloading.
Everything, yeah. I have a decent internet connection, but as you can see, it's still installing the Cocoa Pods. We really should have done this before the stream. But yeah, this is the whole, this is the actual raw experience. Right? We're not cutting corners just so we can deliver the stream. This is fully authentic.
Yep.
Including
Can
the wait
confirm.
time. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, we can talk a bit about what we'll do afterwards, because we'll have 3 things, I think, to do.
Okay.
We should add Sentry, because we will be using Sentry Full Store plugin.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually the second thing, right? Installing this plugin that we just updated. And the third thing is installing the React Native Flutter Story client. Yeah. I was so much in my head to just say it right, so I don't confuse anyone.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Let's see this. I forgot that it even existed. So check this out. I was reading some of the doc sites. Let me see. Or React Native. There we go. It says something about non-ejected Expo apps, Metro server. What are these things?
That's good to know. So Metro server is the bundler that React Native uses by default to create the JavaScript bundle for the app. And Expo is a framework built on top of React Native that makes it super easy for people to get started with React Native apps and get them actually on their phones.
Mm-hmm.
They use a pretty nice system with QR code where you can scan it with your phone. And while the app is still just in development mode, you're running it on your computer, you can get a quick preview how it will behave on your phone. And this will be pretty important step. So what are they actually saying? Ejected Expo apps are fully supported. It doesn't support Metro. Okay, might be, we'll maybe have to initialize the app a bit differently, because the thing that's downloading and installing on the background, we would end up with a Metro server, which they are saying it's not supported, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it says if you want to use Metro server for local development, we recommend disabling full story for these builds. What does that mean?
Okay.
Like, can we build it for production instead of local development and then actually enable full story for that? That's how we can test this?
That sounds like a good option. So we don't have to initialize different app and we don't have to eject it. The ejecting means you're basically saying, okay, I don't want to anymore use the Expo and all its good features. And I actually want to get the raw code too, because sometimes it's handy when people need to do some custom work. But this is good to note. So if we are understanding it right, if we make a production build, that means it will create the bundle, put it in the app, won't use the Metro server for during when the app is actually running. We should be good to go. Yeah. It scared me a bit when I saw Metro servers not supported, but looks like we'll be good.
Yeah, we can't just like debug it. Right? We need to build the whole app and try to install it on a phone, which I need to get. And there's a different issue because I don't have any more USB-C ports.
We can run the production build in the simulator. I think that should work out.
Okay.
We can try at least.
Okay, that's cool. Well, then let's check on it. Oh man, it's still... This take a few minutes.
Well, they weren't lying.
Okay, so basically, we're going to be building the whole app. Make sure your Android and iOS projects are properly configured with full story for mobile apps. So that means we need to dip into the native parts of the Android and iOS. Let's just say we'll only care about iOS right now and configure it. So let's just like, if we're doing an Expo managed workflow, we can skip that. Let's
see how many steps it is. Maybe we'll decide it.
Yeah,
so use Expo after all.
We basically need to add the Cocoa Pods. That's okay. Then we need to add the full story org ID into the info playlist file. Okay. Advanced features. Identify and set user variables bars. JavaScript functions to enable you to enrich your full story data with additional variables. Okay.
I guess for the basic tryout, we would be good just with a few steps above. That's good to know.
Yeah, just so like we can like, if everything works fine and the integration is okay, we can try to get it out the door, right? And then we can like tackle any bugs that potentially might come later.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so that I guess that's about it. We just need to add the Cocoa Pods pod, and just fiddle with the info playlist. But one thing that I haven't found here, here's how we can like add the full story React Native plugin. It's all right. Legacy project. If your React Native project does not auto-link dependency, you need to add this thingy into your pod file. Okay. Then we have some configuration going on. Full story annotate React Native is true. Into the bubble config.js, all these things. We'll skip the expo because we don't actually need it. But one thing that I didn't see is how do we actually create the client? How are we going to pass the client? Right?
Judging by how it used to be implemented for the browser, I think we'll just do an import. Maybe again, like it will be similar-ish to what it was, like star, like just grab everything, name it. Yeah.
Let's see how it used to be, or how it is right now. We're basically getting full story. Yeah, we're basically getting this. And just, yeah, that's about it.
And
so we don't actually need to do like, just import this. In our case, it's gonna be the React Native, and then just pass it in the options, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay, I hope so.
Yeah. Come on, Cocoa. The Cocoa is cold by now. Okay. And what are these? Have you like read something on full story so far? Like, what are the full story tag name, etc.?
I need to admit I did not, so I actually have no idea.
But they're cool. Like, check this out. You can add a tag name to any of the elements, and then you can like based on that tag you can mask those elements, right? I believe it has some sort of it's like recording or stuff like that. So if we're talking about some sensitive data like emails or names of your users, etc., you can use this tag and just like omit the text basically inside.
Yep, that's very handy, so no private information escapes. Yeah,
because we would be using full story for what exactly? For figuring out the UX of our app, right?
Yes, I think the idea is to get a short video, right? Like, so you see what happened. How was the experience for the users?
Okay, yeah, that's pretty important to have it. FS attributes. Oh, come on. There are the API methods. There's the get session URL. There's the event. Everything we need is here. Oh, there we go. You can like use the full story API.
Okay, so it has a default export, or is it just a different style of JavaScript import?
No idea. It probably has a default one. We're gonna check it out as soon as this thing passes and we're in. So there we go. FS or like client.event. This used to be the Sentry error, and then we have an object which we pass the Sentry URL, right? I'm really curious to like what happens. There we go, the Sentry URL and the original exception properties. I'm really curious to what actually, how does this map into the dashboard, right?
Yeah, I think we are passing some information about the event that's being sent to Sentry, right? So then you have like this kind of link both ways. In Sentry, you have the information about full story, and in full story, you should have the information about it. So you can
the idea is that we're using Sentry's global event processor to listen on the errors, on the crashes. Then we capture them, and we also let full story know, right? But Sentry is the initializer in this case, because the add global event processor came from Sentry core, right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, Sentry knows about it first. But the integration that we are actually making right now is to also let full story know that a crash has occurred. Okay.
Yep.
The identity. Wait, we can even like. I know there was a way in Sentry to enrich the context by providing user identities.
Yeah, exactly.
We could actually hook the full story identity with the Sentry in case it exists, right? If it exists, because pretty much it's the same data, I guess.
Yeah, it's very similar data. We also have a name field and email field.
Yeah. And that would be in the hub as well.
Yeah,
we got the hub, we have the hub, and then the integration, we're like immediately getting the integration. But if we get the hub, we have
is there like a get
scope, I guess, right?
I think
Is
it's
it in the scope?
Either scope or client. No, here. Yeah, good. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, so we can like even enrich this if we could. Yeah, so we can like get the user here before actually getting, the integration. We'll get the hub. From the hub, we'll get the integration and potentially the user, and then we have this. But I guess this is going to be done on the user land, not
yeah.
in the integration itself.
I wonder how I'm thinking in my head how the use case goes. If people are using Sentry with full story, if they are manually in, well, I guess they have to, at the moment, if they want the user information, they have to pass it to those two things, to Sentry and to full story.
Let's see, we have the event, and these are just key value structure. But this is a different, it's identity, right? Identify, it's a different method. It's not really bound to the event. It's probably being used after the login screen or something like that, or like after the registration screen, the moment where it obtains the email. Okay.
How is the install going? Yes. Nice.
All right, so let's cd into fssr and test and open a new window. There we go. We're gonna go back to our Sentry full story, just Sentry full story, because we're in the just Sentry full story. Sweet. Okay, and now we have our React Native app, right? Nice.
Yep.
We need to initialize the Sentry SDK first, right? There was like yarn add Sentry.
I would first just start the app, see that everything worked out,
yarn
and
IOs.
then we can work off of that.
Okay. There's a simulator.
But otherwise, yes, you were on the exact correct path.
Yeah. Are there issues with the music or is it on my end?
I hear it totally well. No cracking, nothing. Good.
Maybe
I hope everyone else watching the stream hears it the same as I do.
Okay, now we're going to wait even more so we can build the whole app from scratch. But I noticed this process takes a long time. But then as you change stuff, it's actually faster. There's a hot module replacement going on, and you don't really need to rebuild the app from scratch.
Yeah,
Every time you're actually trying something out.
Yes,
I used to work with mobile apps like 6 or 7 years ago. I was working with Xamarin and Native. There was no hot module replacements. There was no shiny tools like we have today. And even if I needed to change something trivial like, I don't know, a padding, a color, or there's a typo, like a mistyped label, I was building the whole app from scratch. And I waited and I waited and I waited, and that's how I actually grew my beard out. That's the joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, things are much better nowadays than like 7 years ago.
Yeah, I totally haven't realized it will take so long. Yep.
So yeah, we need to do two things. We need to initialize Sentry SDK. We also need to initialize the full story SDK. And then we also need to... Okay, there we go, something happened. I got some Metro stuff here.
Yep, that's exactly the Metro server they were talking about in the full story documentation.
There we go. So we need the Sentry React Native, we need full story React Native, and we need our custom package that we built right now. We set up these two SDKs as per, by the book, and then we actually use the plugin into our sentry.init, right? And we pass the full story React Native client. We can also try that with the web as well. Like we can create a React website real quick and check it out. All right, this looks like success, right?
Yep.
This is what success looks like. No, we'll check that out later. Okay, so if we're good to go, we can see that it runs. We can see that it uses Hermes or Hermes.
Yep.
Or React Native.
No idea.
So
depends where you're from.
Install it. Sorry?
Depends where you're from.
Yeah, depends where you're from. Yeah.
Yeah.
French.
Let's if I may have influence on which version we'll install, let's go with the latest alpha we have.
Okay.
Of the SDK.
So that's like Sentry React Native at alpha. What is the tag?
I think the tag is the full version, so it's 5.0.0-alpha.6. We might have some shorter tag, but I'm not sure.
Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Okay.
Cool.
We can package JSON and see what's up. We have Sentry React Native installed like so. Nice. What if we install our package as well? Like our Sentry full story, and let's make this 100. Build it out again. There we go, and like we'll try to get it from here. And you're going to remind me how we did that, because I usually use monorepo for testing local packages, but monorepo has been killing me lately when I'm trying to put a React Native app inside. So there's always a problem, but we can use the file path dependency. Instead of like a version, we can use a file, right?
Yeah, should do the trick. I think we can.
Full story.
Yeah. I think it's even supported in the CLI tool. I'm not sure whether you were using Yarn, I think, right?
Yeah. File. So like jump once. And if we're here, we're jumping once. We are going to Sentry-full story. And that's it.
Yeah, that's good to me.
That is the root here, because we placed these two at the same level. So we'll just jump once and get into this folder, which is the package itself. And there's the package JSON. It has the main, the module, the types, everything. So when we try to import from the Sentry full story, we'll actually be linking to these files, hopefully. Let's actually see that. Let's actually see if we get that. Oh wait,
yeah,
we need to yarn first.
We need to do the yarn. Yep.
Okay, import something from, wait a minute, where are we now?
Now we are in the
React
app, right?
Tests.
So now we should be able to just do @Sentry/full story and it should work. Or
I'm not sure, like, wait a minute. Where are we actually? Sentry FS. Okay, that's actually okay. @Sentry/full story.
yeah.
No, we don't get anything.
Hmm.
Let's see why. This is it's default. Okay, it's a default. So that would be the index export default Sentry full story. Yeah, it's a default one. So we can't actually Sentry full story. We can import this. It's a class. So if we did Sentry full story, yes, it is a class. Yeah. So we can do your full story org here. It's not actually the full story, but it wants a client, and then we can also pass the client. Okay, cool. We'll keep this here, right? So we installed our Sentry SDK and the full story SDK. We also want to do the full story right now, right?
Yep.
Full story / React Native. I believe that was the name. Yeah, correct.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. While we're here, let's oh, that's awesome. It's already done. Let's also go and figure it out. Like, do the pod
We
file.
we still need to initialize the Sentry SDK.
Yeah.
Because we added the packages, we don't have yet any code. But actually, you don't have to do it manually.
Okay.
We have a beautiful utility that's called Wizard.
The Wizard.
Try.
Sweet.
Yeah.
How can we use that?
So
npx Sentry.
Exactly. npx at Sentry/Wizard.
Sentry Wizard.
And then it's -i.
capital or lowercase?
Lowercase.
Lowercase.
React Native, and it's a camel case.
Okay. Like
So they just. And now we need to choose platforms. I would just do both Android and iOS because that's the default, and it's with a -p in front of it, in front of the platforms.
So just P, Android,
like
and
that.
iOS.
Yeah. Actually, it's all in our docs. I'm kind of peeking there just to not mislead you, where everyone can find it.
Awesome. So this is the command, right? We can. Let's see.
We can just fire it.
Nice. We need to install some stuff. Hell yeah, we do. Bring them in. Okay. Now I need to log in.
Okay. Yes.
I'm gonna do that off the screen.
I should have warned you about it.
It's alright. But there we go. We have the experiments org, and we have the Sentry React Native full story, something that I already set up. So we can pick this.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
We also have the full story right here, but we should see something, right? There we go. Yes, we do. There we go. So now we also want to do the plugin as well, right? There were like integrations.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And the Sentry full story, it actually gets the Sentry organization, right? So that would be as the first argument. So that would be
is it
experiments, right?
Isn't there init method, or no? How is it constructor? Oh, okay, I see.
It's just a just a constructor.
Yeah, I think it was the Copilot just suggesting init function or something. So it confused me for a moment. I was thinking, do we have it there or no?
So client is the Sentry full story. New. Okay, it's the linter. Now
I think the client is
missing the full type event.
Yeah, because the Sentry full story is our integration, and yeah, the client was called. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Can you scroll up? And
we just need.
Oh, we don't have it actually import. Yeah.
Yeah. From
now we actually will import full story. Yeah.
And actually pass that. Okay, but we haven't set it up, right? We need to open the iOS project and do the stuff in the info plist. So I'm going to reveal this in the Finder and actually open this with Xcodes. And now we wait some more. Okay. There are some pods, which is good. We have.
Yeah, we don't have Sentry yet because we haven't run the pods install after the wizard set it up. So.
But we also need to add. Where are we? We also need to add some. Or do we? CocoaPods.
I'm not sure. Let's check it out.
For iOS applications that already use CocoaPods, full story distributes a pod specification that can integrate directly. Okay, in your pod file, we need to add this. And then we need to run pod install.
Didn't they somewhere mentioned it's only for the legacy apps? I'm not 100% sure.
I did saw something like that. We recommend using the Swift package method, as it provides the best compatibility with modern Apple platforms. Okay, so let's just like from the download URL, latest can be found. Let's actually do that. So, because I have no idea how to do that right here. Where is that Swift package manager here? Add package. Is that it? Or like packages?
What are you looking for again?
We need to add full story as a Swift package. File add packages. Yeah, that's the thing.
Nice guide.
Yeah.
Straight to the point.
There we go. So we can potentially search for full story. We got nothing. Oh, there is a URL. Okay. Click the search field with the text search or enter package URL. And this is the okay.
Nice.
Up to next major version, add to project, and we need to add it to our FSSRN test. Beautiful. This one says like one. Type the full full story plugin version as shown here. Then click the add package. 131.1. Okay, let's actually do that. 31.1, and that's it. Click the add package. Cool. Okay.
I wonder how this will go, since I haven't used full story myself. And usually when I add dependencies in React Native, they just somehow figure it out. Linking.
Yeah. But we got two different technologies right now. That's cool. Okay. And also, of course, we need to add a build phase. So let's go to the project. Here's the target build phases. We want to do add run script build phase. Where was that plus? There
yeah, that's the one.
And we just need to slap the script here. Run script, reorder the build phase, so it's the last step. It is the last step. Not already. Okay, click the disclosure triangle, replace the body. The result should look like this. For install based on dependency analysis. Beautiful. Okay. We also get
looks good.
Yeah, what is this? Setup full story. We also have the debug symbols to Sentry.
Yeah, that's exactly the wizard magic, what it did.
Yeah. Last month I was streaming Swift UI project with Sentry, and I needed to do that by hand. It was crazy. I did some crazy stuff with environment variables and how not to expose these and how to ignore them, because I pushed all of my environment variables on my Git before, and then I recreated all of them, revoked the old ones, come up with the new ones. It was messy, but okay. Yeah, that's because I didn't knew that the wizard exists. Sweet. All right, so we got this done. That's cool. Next step is get started with iOS capture. We did this. Now we need to go to the info plist. So that is just the info. Create a full story, right? Oh, there's a full story row. No, there isn't. So we need to create a new row. It's going to be full story. It's not going to be a string. It's going to be a dictionary. And we need to add like expanded, add org ID inside, and it should look something like this. Okay. And that's it, right? We only need
looks like.
Note that these instructions have changed in 1.18.0. All the integrations that use fs org ID will continue to work. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, then in that case, we just need to figure that one out. Okay.
Yeah.
Where can I find that? Should we like not show this on stream?
Yeah. Depends if we want to delete that organization afterwards.
I'm not sure. I got invited to this
Yeah, let's maybe not show
Yeah,
it.
let's not show it just in case. So you
There's
can talk
already
with
one
the
thing we'll have
viewers.
to delete. Actually, I think when we edit the Sentry code, the Sentry init, we exposed our
DSN,
DSN.
yeah, that is like I created a disposal.
It's a test project, so it's okay. Like,
yeah, it's even on
probably
my
won't
account.
be existing after this stream.
All right, so we're here. I added that org ID.
People have to trust you.
Yeah. Passing custom data to full story. We don't do the advanced features right now. We just want to see this run. Is that correct?
Exactly.
So I guess we're done with the Xcode thingy. We can like go back to our Visual Studio codes. It's all right.
Let's install the pods. So
this is the Sentry org, and that the Lazarus experiment. I think this was the name. I believe this was the name. Yeah, experiments. That's Lazarus experiments. Nice. Okay. So you wanted to say something?
Yes, sorry, I didn't want to cut you off, but just wanted to say to finish the Sentry setup. So next time we hit build, it will actually work out. We'll need to do the pod install.
Sorry, we need to do
once pod install in the iOS folder.
We need to cd into iOS.
Yep.
That's why we had the issue here that it can't set the log level of null because it's full story, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe it's like it can't find full story. Oh. Unable to find a specification for full story depended upon by full story React Native. You either have out of date, mistyped, or something else. So I believe we do need to, instead of using the Swift package manager, we do need to use the CocoaPods, right?
Possible, yeah.
Let me just remove this. I can't delete that? No way. Packages. Why can't I delete this? Delete this. What is going on?
Package. I guess it's could be something like it's set as dependency of the project. That's why it like kind of doesn't want to let you delete it. The thing I want to take a look into the docs is what exactly they say about the Swift and CocoaPods. Resources.
What is going on? Package. Okay, there we go. Package depends. Goodbye. Okay. Okay. So let's revert to CocoaPods instead. Already use CocoaPods. Full story distributes a pod specification. We need to add this. Yeah, I believe we do need to add it because it.
Let's just. Okay, yeah, makes sense. I was just reading the docs again. The first step was add the full story React Native. We done that, right? Once this is done, you start bringing new dependencies. Okay. Actually, they say we should be good to go with either pod update, pod install. Yeah. Okay. Hey, that looks great. Full story, Sentry. Full React Native. Yeah.
Awesome. Sweet.
Good.
Reload from disk. Okay, so we got everything, right? We installed everything, we got everything. We can try this out, but we need to build it, right? We can't actually run this like
Yeah, we need
iOS. We need to build it.
Yeah, we need to run the app again to
And
get
how do we do
the
that?
native.
How do we build it?
Oh yeah, of course. We need to build it as a release
As a
version,
production,
right? Okay. Do you want to do it by clicking in Xcode or command line?
Whatever.
I'll let you choose.
Before we actually do that, we need to add some sort, like, we need to add a button that actually triggers an error so we can actually see something, right?
True.
Because the full story integration happens when an error happens, right? It's not just, I believe. I don't know. We'll see. Just in case.
I agree. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. So what about here? Button. Hello. Where does this?
The button doesn't have a parent tag. It will in React Native.
Is there like a
and
label?
It has a title or
title.
Yeah.
Hello.
That should do it.
Where is?
And we'll have to anyway rebuild the app because now it probably will be crashing because we are interacting with those libraries in JavaScript like Sentry and Full Story. They are depending on the native ones, and those are now missing in the build anyway.
Yeah. So we'll just do yarn iOS, just so we can see. And what we can do now is on click. It's not on click, right? It's a mobile.
I think it's on click. Yes.
It is? No, it's on
press. On press. Sorry. Yeah. The same thing.
Mobiles don't click. All right. So we can we like throw a new error set? Testing Sentry plus false story on React Native.
We can do this. The only thing I'm worried about is it will actually crash the app completely. The app will just close after we press the button. We'll see how that works out.
Is there like a Sentry that throw something?
There is a capture exception, I think.
Exception event and send it to Sentry.
Yeah.
But is this going to go through that global listener?
Yes.
It will?
Yes, it will. It dropped out for me for a second, but yes.
I think it's my laptop.
If we use,
because I'm running everything. Is that it? No. It needs an exception, which is any. So I guess just a string would be enough.
I think even the error should work out.
Sorry?
Even the error should work out. Yeah, I think so. Or does it not? Yeah, cool.
There we go. Awesome. So if I click on hello, did it run actually? It's not crashing, it's
not crashing, it's sending it to Sentry. So if you would open Sentry.io, we should see something.
Issues, click on the Sentry React Native. There we go. Testing Sentry plus
full story 14 seconds ago.
Sweet. These are all errors. Don't look at this. Don't need to look at this. This is the one that we actually did. All right, cool. So we can test this out, right? We can actually run this.
Yep.
And now we should not be expecting to see it in full story, right?
Yes. At least by the documentation, because they don't support the Metro server. So we'll have to do a release build, run that. Then we should see something if we made a good job, if we do it right.
Okay, so we have Xcode right here. What we can do is switch on the any device, right, and then do archive.
I think
So
we
then
can just
get the, or like test,
or
like
do you
change the scheme.
yeah, and there is the build configuration at the top of the if you keep in the run no, if you could go back to the run, and there is
change it to reduce.
exactly,
Awesome.
that's what I had in mind.
Debug executable, should we keep this?
Not sure. I think just changing the debug to release should do it, because that will eliminate the Metro server. And we could even try to run it on the simulator, see what happens.
Okay. So we are building our app in production modes, and we'll try to run it on the simulator.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, this is not using the Metro server, right? It's literally packing an IPA and bringing it to our simulator. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's check it out. If this thing works, we're opening a PR. And then we're getting probably 1,000 comments on it.
Yeah, I think we did a decent job. I'm very happy with the typing. Like that's kind of a thing I enjoy, just playing with TypeScript, like creating different unions and just pushing the language to its limits.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who try to eliminate any from everywhere.
Yeah, no any crew.
Yeah.
Zero any club.
Exactly.
Alright, so my battery is like looking pretty low. I'll just maybe it'll be faster. I don't know. There was something with the power, right? Like if you're charging your laptop, it's like in a high power mode, something like that.
Or something about
to
it.
Reduce energy usage and operate more quietly. There's low power, but there's no high power.
I think it may be, I don't know if you have, do you have 14-inch or 16-inch?
I got the 14 one.
I think they might have it only on the 16-inch, the high power mode. I'm not sure, like read some articles about it.
Yeah, I got the 16-inch for myself. And I remember that there was something like that. There was the high power thingy that you can like turn on. But right now I got the 14-inch, so it's probably not available on the 14-inch. But it looks like we are nearly done with the build.
Yeah, only a few steps away.
Okay. That's a long splash screen.
Yep.
Is it supposed to do that? No, there we go.
Good.
Okay. Test.
Okay, this... Now we should see something, I hope. Zero recent sessions. That looks like something.
Yeah, this is from 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
From Skopje, it's where I'm from. Okay. We can see some stuff. 5 events.
Okay, let's take a look at them.
See?
Oh yeah. But was this even from? Was it from the
I don't know.
debug
I
build
have no
or was
idea
it
where
from
was
the
it.
release? I mean, I'm
But
happy.
check it out. We got some
Nice.
tabs. Yeah. Okay, we made it work. We made it work.
Cool. PR is on its way. Good job.
Awesome. All right, man.
Nice.
I'm so happy. I am so
Almost
damn
like
happy.
we would have scripted this for the stream.
Yeah, it looks like man, these guys are following a choreography or something like that. Actually, no, we're not. We just made it work.
No.
It happens
Yeah,
in the
it's
tech
all
industry
real.
from time to time. Yeah. Dude, this is actually like running it. It works on the first time. Right? We actually made it work on the first time. Sweet.
I'm surprised. That's so nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
nice.
to be honest to all the viewers, we gave it a thought before the stream, how we gonna do it,
totally.
that we want to make it platform agnostic. So, and you already streamed it before, right?
Yeah, can we actually make it platform agnostic? We did look at, the events and if things match. We saw that it matched. Honestly, I didn't anticipate this thing. I thought, I saw that there's a get current session URL and it was like, yeah, we can like do this, but I didn't actually know that there's like difference in the arguments.
Yeah, I totally overlooked that too for the first time we were talking
it's
about
a pretty
it.
small thing, you can see that, it's pretty much the same interface, but yeah, I think we patched it up nicely. And then this thing as well. Awesome, awesome.
I'm happy that the async worked out. Yeah.
Let's open the PR then. Or do we want to test the web version as well? Like, how about it works with React Native? What about just React?
Yeah, let's do it for the sake of complete. No, I don't know the English word, but just to
like a
complete the loop.
Test. Yeah, I'm gonna close all of these because as you can see, my machine starts to like fire up. Okay, I'm gonna get outside of this folder right now. We can keep in Sentry. I can do npx create react app. Let's just like create a React app. That would be what was the
let's do it also with create
Android
app. Yeah. No, I wanted to say TypeScript again.
Oh, TypeScript.
Just so
Totally
we make the use of it.
So full story Sentry React test.
Nice.
What was the flag?
Template. And here it's much simpler, just TypeScript.
Oh, just TypeScript, not with TypeScript,
yes.
Right?
Just TypeScript.
I think with TypeScript was Next.js.
Yeah, possibly.
See. Template TypeScript. Yes, please. And now we wait again.
I hope this installation and download will go faster than the React Native.
Please go faster than React Native because we need it. Integrations. Let's see. Oh, this is not what we're looking for. Developer. Asset uploading to web. Okay, there's something. React is popular JavaScript library. Yes, it is.
Yes. We can also maybe open the Sentry docs so we know what to do for the React Sentry.
Yeah.
And yeah.
This was this full story. We don't actually need this. We don't actually need this. Let's open the docs. Go React. Okay. Full story Sentry React tests. we want to add these two. Let's open that in a new code window. There's package lock. Okay, we'll use npm. Save Sentry React and Sentry tracing. We need to add the browser tracing and then also our thingy, and that's about it, right? Awesome.
Yeah, it should be very similar.
Actually, in the index. Yeah. I'm just gonna grab this. Sentry init. Wanna import everything as Sentry from Sentry React. Yeah, I'm gonna bring these here. I'm gonna leave an empty space between the package imports and local imports.
Yeah, looks good.
We should be good. Let's see how full story works with the browser SDK. How do we do this? Just do this. Okay. Initialize the SDK, call the init function with options as soon as you can use can in your website startup process. Calling init after successful is initialized. There we go.
Okay.
That's the React thingy. Okay, so let's like try to import it. Init is a void thingy. But let's also wait, let's also add our package. Right, so
yes,
Sentry full story. What was the package name again?
yes, Sentry full story. Yes.
Sweet, Sentry full story. We had that outside Sentry full story. Yep.
Nice.
npm install again so it can bring in our dist. Okay, and also we want to import the Sentry full story from Sentry full story.
Yeah, looks good.
Integrations are here. We can add a new Sentry full story integration. We had the Lazarus experiments here, and we also want the client. The client can be just full story. There we go. Init wants options. It wants an organization ID. I'm gonna do the magic again.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the magic again just so we can add this thing. Actually, just to be safe, I'm going to do constants.ts export const.
Yeah, just so we can look at the file.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
fsorg. Where did I actually saw that? Oh yeah, I need to go back. Settings. Full story setup. There is the organization ID. So I can just bring in like so. There we go. It's tucked away here. We're not gonna open that file. fsorg is here. Other than that, I don't think it needs anything, right?
Yeah, I think this is good to go.
If we go here, a few seconds ago, okay.
That might be still, is the EML?
I'm not sure. I can delete the user just in case.
Yeah, it's nice that we can see that it was iOS, and we can also see the name of the React Native app for these.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
So maybe it worked in both cases, but it's unknown here because it's in debug modes. It's going through Metro.
It's possible.
Yeah, but if we actually build it out, then it has access to these data
Yeah.
attributes. I don't know, but let's
Could
just
could
delete this.
be.
Yeah, let's just delete this so we get it out, like remove it from here, hopefully. Isn't
Maybe delete user events. The
that's
button above
downloads?
it could do. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
cannot read. I thought it's delete. Never mind.
we can't. User is current. Okay, it's currently being deleted. All right. All right. Well, let's just run this.
Yeah.
Let's just run this and see what we have. npm run starts. Okay. All right, so it opened up on this screen, so I'm gonna move it over here. You can see this, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I see the React app. All
Actually
good.
try to open the network and actually see what's going on. Hit refresh. Oh, okay, FS full story. Yeah, I have an extension called uBlock Origin. So let's get rid of that first. Okay, FS is now loaded. So we are loading full story script. There's a WebSocket as well. Integrations. Okay.
Yeah. No errors.
Let's-
Looks good.
Yeah, no errors. Looks good. Let's actually open full story now. I mean, we don't actually trigger any errors, right?
Yeah, we need to do the same thing as in the React.
All right.
React Native, I mean.
Mobile, iOS. Okay, it's getting. I believe this could be like getting richer. Like, there's a mobile and iOS. It was like unknown. Afterwards, maybe it's like crunching some data in the meantime.
Could be, could be.
Okay, let's open the app. We want to bring everything as no. We just want to bring some stuff out of Sentry, not all, like capture exception.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Learn React. Now let's just place a button, throw it on click.
Yeah, now we get the unclick.
Yeah, capture.
I mean, it's so similar. That's the beauty of it also.
Throwing errors from pure React. Okay. Let's go back to the React app. Now throw it. I'm gonna hit multiple times. Oh, wait a minute. Now, how do we set up? Okay, the DSL is there. Yeah.
The DSN for Sentry is there. I think.
But it's the mobile app one.
Yeah, I think we are sending the events to the
old
mobile
one, to the
app.
mobile app one. This one here.
Yeah.
So we need a new one, right?
14.
We actually need a new project. This is the
Yes.
Sentry React Native. Okay, let's create a new project. That was gonna be React. JavaScript React. Sentry full story React. Okay. There's our new DSN. I'm just gonna delete all of this later,
Yes.
so don't try to hack me. Okay. There we go. Take me to issues. Now let's go and do some errors. The moment that we see them here, there we go, throwing errors from pure
Nice.
React. The moment that we see them here, we should be able to see them here as well.
Exactly.
No recent sessions.
Mm.
So there are 2 new users.
Okay.
That's cool. Desktop OS X. There we go. Oh, it's not actually this one. This one is an old one, right?
Yeah, October. This looks like it's from yesterday. Is it possible?
Yeah, it's from yesterday.
Maybe.
Besides, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce this, but this is a town in Canada, right? So
Okay, so that must have been
not me.
someone else. Yeah, that's not us.
Not us. Okay. Where do we actually see that?
Okay, I'm.
Okay, there we go.
Oh,
There we
okay,
go.
so
We
it
needed
just
to
took a
wait.
bit before
Yeah.
it processes. Okay,
But
cool.
it's from Skopje, it's a desktop, it's OS X, beautiful. If we hit 29 events,
Ooh,
let's see.
that's a lot.
This is what I'm doing. I'm doing crazy stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Now there's the one with the button, and off we go.
Yeah, I just clicked it a million times. Awesome.
Nice.
Victory dance. Awesome. Well, we made it work. Let's just open a PR for it.
Yeah. Let's open a PRR. Get the Hacktoberfest points.
Are we doing, as I can see, we're not doing the, oh, we are doing the changelog here, right? So we need to generate these changelogs. Rough rollup, TypeScript. Do we do these manually?
I'll check it out. I'm actually not sure.
Or no, we should add this after we actually merge it, right? Because I can't add 2.0.0 right now.
Yeah, we could. What we could do is just put there unreleased instead of 2.00.
Okay. But we're gonna
Just so
have
we
to,
can,
like, after we merge to master, we're gonna
we'll
have to edit it again.
Yes, true.
Should we do that? Or just?
I would do it. I would do unreleased because it's true. It's unreleased.
Yeah.
I would do uppercase U. I'm sorry, I'm nitpicking.
No, it's all right. Yeah. Unreleased. Okay. Refactoring the whole integration, so it's platform agnostic, right? Then we also need some breaking changes. Users now need to provide the full story client from the user land. Is this okay, user land? Because I call that outside user land, right? So this is on this is the platform or like integration level. User land is the project that this is going to be integrated in.
Yeah,
so user land is okay. Awesome.
It makes sense to me. If it's a term that it's not used, in our changelogs, probably there will be a thing that will show up on the PR. Someone will comment it, so we can just go with this.
Okay, so this is a fair enough changelog, right? Refactoring the whole integration so it's platform agnostic, and there are breaking changes. Users now need to provide the full story client from the user lands, or not but from user lands.
Yeah.
We'll now must provide full story client as an option, right? As an option in the args. All right, no user land, no fancy word like that. Breaking changes, users now must provide the full story client as an option in the arguments. Okay, this is much better.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, let's commit. We got the changelog, we got the package JSON, we removed a bunch of stuff. We bumped it up to a major version because there are a lot of breaking changes.
Yeah, I wonder.
Of the peer. Only Sentry core, nothing else. No browser, no nothing.
Maybe we shouldn't mess with the version here.
Okay.
Since we in the changelog we call it unreleased, so the version technically haven't changed yet, and I think that will happen in the CI pipeline.
Okay.
When we actually release the package to the world, the version will get bumped up.
Okay, cool. Okay, but we need to tell the package, like I've used change sets previously. Like there's a GitHub bot and a CLI tool that it basically generates this for you, but I believe there's something on the back end, on the CI/CD side. In that case, we'll just like push it like this. We'll communicate with the rest of the, with the web team and the mobile team, and they'll like tell us, hey, you need to do this and this and that. Since we open the PER, people are gonna see it, and they'll
they will catch these details. I mean, we can be fully confident. We tried it out; it works.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm thinking if there is any options for tests, but I mean, like some sort of integration unit test, but I don't think so.
Yeah, if they require tests, we'll do the tests.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna do the refactor. The scope, I just put core as the scope because this is a core refactor.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
Refactoring to achieve platform agnostic. So we're going to do removed the dependencies, the browser dependencies, both Sentry and full story. Added only the Sentry core, and I can do the backticks here.
Yep.
So let's explain what we did. We basically removed the browser dependencies, both full Sentry, full story and Sentry. We added only the Sentry core dependency. Okay. Then we made the client option required.
Yep.
So hey, Shana is here. Awesome to see Christoph. How's it going? Hey. Going great. As you can see, we're already done and we're opening the PER. We got it working. Yep. We tested it out on both mobile and web. It's crazy. Right, so yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Made the client option required. So the full story. So either the full story, React Native or web full story client can be passed from the user lens. Okay. Now we need to add some breaking changes. The client option is now required, and it has to be provided. Of course, it's required.
Yeah.
Okay. This was breaking, right? There was like a.
Yes.
Semantic.
This will be the reason for the 2.0 release.
Yeah. Awesome.
Exactly,
right.
because everyone who was depending on us initializing
the
full
one,
story would, it would break.
Awesome. All right. I don't have permissions. No, I do have permissions. I just need to open the GitHub desktop. I think it's just the Visual Studio that's not configured, but hey, let's see. Sentry full story. Okay, there we go. Platform agnostic publish. Do you want? It looks like you don't have right. Oh, I don't have right access. I don't have right access to it. I have view. Okay. I can create a fork and then like open the PR.
Yes, that will work too.
Yeah, let's actually do that. You have changes on this branch. Would you like to do it to contribute to the parent? We will help you contribute to. Yes, that's the thing. We are contributing to the parent repo. What's going on now? Time for contributions. This is why we're streaming, to actually fork the forks and open the PRs. In the spirit of Hacktoberfest. Let's just see what's going on, because I don't see anything. Git show remote origin. Git remote show origin. Okay, it's changed to my.
Okay,
now,
so
that's good. So I can easily do publish.
Yeah, now it should work.
Awesome. There we go. Let's open GitHub. Sentry full story. Was this? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So there's the
branch. Sweet. Benefits of making proper commit message.
We're done here. There's nothing to do. Okay, remove the browser dependencies, made the client option required, and we did some more refactoring, right? But we don't need to, like, here's the rest of the refactoring.
Here's the full breakdown. Yeah.
Awesome. So we are opening a pull request from my fork, which is Nicola Flazer /Sentry full story right here, and we're passing that to base repository Sentry full story. Can I add you like a
reviewer
or something like that?
There was. I think if you would. I think that needs to be in the.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see.
Oh,
you can add
nice interface.
I can't add a co-author because you haven't pushed anything to this repo.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
I think you need to. Oh, possible. Yeah.
Yeah. See, you can there's a add co-authors, and these are all of the people that have pushed something. Probably. Yeah.
Possible.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
Too bad. I'll review it at least.
Yeah. Create a pull request, and that's it. There we go. Hacktoberfest done.
Yes. It's there.
And we are 2 minutes before our timer runs out. Now this can't be more perfect. This cannot be more perfect. Is that the right?
That's me.
Or
sorry.
Right on time. Yeah. Awesome. Well, there we go, people. We did it. We opened pull requests on the. Oh, wait a minute. We should have added we should have mentioned the original issue, right?
Yes.
It's not in this repo. It's the Sentry React Native one.
Oh yeah, of course.
We can reference it probably.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, because the original idea was maybe it will be just an integration in the Sentry React Native repo.
Yeah, or like a
or
totally new
completely
package.
separate repo.
Exactly.
And after all, it's completely something else. It's just a new version of the original plugin. But I have to say my developer heart is satisfied. I like it. We haven't duplicated any code. We created pretty sweet typings. Yeah. And hopefully all the people who requested it and gave the thumbs up there in this issue will be happy.
Yeah. 12 people. Sweet. Very sweet. All right. I guess that's about it for the show, right?
Yeah, I think that wraps it up.
Yeah, this is a really, really nice, happy ending. We got the PR opened. The kingdom will survive, or I don't know what to say. But yeah, awesome. Yeah, I believe Christoph and I are like super tired right now, right? It's
Yeah,
about
it's
9
9
p.m.
p.m. for us.
Yeah. So, Christoph, I just want to say thank you so much for being my guest today. You really helped me push everything, to the very end where we opened the PR. We tested both web and React Native. We used your expertise here to make this stream a successful stream. So thank you very much.
Thank you for the invite, and it was a pleasure. It's
Totally.
always nice to do pair coding.
Yeah, jam. Do some
Yeah.
jams. Yeah, awesome. I had so much fun. I believe the viewers also had so much fun. But yeah, this is going to be super cool. We'll keep an eye on the PR. If anyone leaves a comment, maybe we messed it up. I don't know. We'll leave some time for the rest of the engineers to check it out, to like pull it apart, see what we've done. Maybe we're doing something wrong. I don't want to think so. I'm, as Christoph mentioned, I'm also pretty happy with what we've put together. You were gonna say something?
Just that I hope we haven't messed anything up. I don't think so, really. Like, same as you.
Awesome. Well then, yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Christoph, for helping us out. See you all next week. Bye.
Bye.